You say you are not everyone around you. I believe everyone is born with a unique gift, something that sets you apart, something like your fingerprint. The thing is, most of us are so scared of pursuing our dream, chasing our goal, becoming what we are put on this planet to become. Why? Because we want to be like every other person. Some people come to this world, spend their whole life just doing the same thing over and over till they die, never actually fulfilling their potential, dying with their dream in them, dying with their goal in them. Les Brown says most people die or while they're laying on their deathbed with the spirit of unfulfilled dreams on their side. So don't allow that person to be you. Everyone has like a song in them. Everyone has a dream, something that, just like your fingerprint, something that sets you apart from the next person. And while we are all chasing, trying to become like the next person, why? Because we think they are achieving some kind of success. That might not be us. That might not be you. Some people come to this world, they work 40 hours a week, 40 years, and then they retire. And that's fine with them. That's what they've come to do. They just exist. And to them, that is success. But if that's not you, look for that thing that wakes you, that thing that pushes you, that thing that you want to keep doing, that thing that you enjoy doing, but you are willing to invest in it. You're willing to get better. Carl Newport talks about human capital. That means like we can learn anything. We can become good at anything. Whatever you have your gift at, you just have to invest more time in it. Look at yourself and say, what am I doing with most of my time? Am I investing in something to get me better? Am I developing myself? Another thing that keeps most of us where we are is that we're too scared of becoming a beginner. We're too scared of becoming an apprentice. Everyone who becomes very good, who becomes successful, who becomes known, would at some point become an apprentice. So forgo that fear of becoming a starter in a new field. If you start anything new, you are in the process of learning, in the process of becoming you, in the process of growing. And stop hanging on to your past. The thing is, most people don't care about your sub stories, and the rest thinks, it's better you than them. So stop trying to focus all your energy on where you started from, where you came from. You had nothing. No one really cares about that. People care about success story. It only becomes relevant if you become successful, then wherever you start matters. But instead of beating yourself down, look at how far you've come from where you started. That should be a motivation to let you know that if you keep pushing in the right direction, you still got further to go. And that should be your own impetus to keep you going. That look, I've come this far on my own with limited support. If I apply myself a bit more, I can go even further. But don't focus on your past. Everyone fails. Everyone has a downtime. Everyone has a low. Don't let that keep you there. And trying to grow your circle into somewhere you can learn it. Trying to look up to people who are succeeding. Ask questions. They say one of the best tools in this world is communication. And the second is listening. And those two are in communication, because in communication you have to ask someone a question and then you listen. So spend more time listening to people than talking. So don't allow your past to hold you captive. Your past is your past. It's like yesterday. It's done. You can't do anything about it. It's done. Whatever is done yesterday is done. You can't change it. You have to focus on, from today, how do I go forward? All the pains, all the anguish, all the setback, all the loss, all the ups and downs, they have gone. You have to focus from today. What can you do to better that your experience going forward? To to overcome this kind of obstacles when next you come across them. That is how you grow. You don't grow by focusing on your past, on your pain, on your losses. That will only keep you in that same spot. That will only take you back and keep revealing you to who you were, not who you are. Exactly. You know, like I remember most time I come across people who knew me when I was age. They call me like name I used to be called ages ago. They refer to me like who I was, but that was me because they always trying to make you look like, look, I know you before you were this. That was then. This is now. So focus on you now. And how can you focus on you now? You need to have a goal. You can't just come to this life to exist for the sake of it or just pass through like a passenger, a passerby. There is something in you to deliver. There is something you need to pass that if you don't deliver it, the world would not be a better place. Every book you've read, every invention, everything you're enjoying today, it's come from someone. And without that person, we're probably never gonna have a good life. So focus on yourself. Think to yourself. Look at yourself. What are you good at? What can you improve on? What can you better yourself? Not what the next person is doing. No, I'm talking about you, yourself. What comes from inside you. You know, they say education comes from the word educo. It's a Latin word. It means to induce. Induce, like pull out of you. That means everyone has something in them that's dying, crying to get out. So you only need to find the tools, the resources, the technique to bring it out, to shine. So we are talking about education. They say the only education that will get you where you need to go is self-education. Self-education. Why? Because that's what you voluntarily saying. This I'm going to do because I want to do it. I am going to push myself. I am going to let myself become a trainee, an apprentice, a learner, a fool for this period. Why? Because without becoming a fool, you can never become a master. Every commander was once a trainee. You have to learn the ropes, as they say. So don't be scared of when you get into a place where there's nothing, no going back, no going forward. You don't know where to turn. You have come so far. If you've come this far, you will always go further. And you can always look at your past as all the obstacles you've overcome to get to this place. Use that as a fuel, but not as an anchor to hold you back. No, as a fuel to push you forward. Like, look, if I overcame all those anguish, all those pain, all those suffering, all those being head in a family as a teenagers, all those ups and downs, all those names calling, if I overcame all that with not knowing what I know today, then today I am pushing forward. I'm doing better because why? I have more knowledge now, more skill, more understanding, and I'm willing to learn. You know, they say ego is one of the things that keeps a lot of people where they are. Why? Because they don't want to fail. They don't want to look as a fool. They don't want to become an apprentice. They always want to, fake it till they make it. But not everyone can fake it till they make it. Most people live live in reality. I'm not talking about reality TVs. No, I'm talking about live as it is, live as we've come to know it. Without pushing, without driving, without taking a step. Action supersedes everything. That's why I keep saying to people, please get off your knees and do some action and take some action, because everyone you admire, either they're doing something negative, positive, but as far as they're succeeding, they take some sort of action. You might not approve of those actions, but they are winning on those actions. So I'm saying to you, take action and then you can get on your knees. Walk before you pray. Invest before you pray. Learn something before you pray. Work on something. commit to something.